Democrats, today is Tuesday, August 16th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Life. Happy Tuesday. It's also 1 week from the runoff elections. We have 1 week. That is 7 days to the polls open for the runoff for our U.S. Senate seat to replace James Langford. And our Madison Horn and Jason Bollinger, two qualified candidates who are all over the state. And so you still have a week to show up at one of the events where they're speaking and learn who they are and make your decision. Unless you've already sent in your absentee ballot. In that case, yay. Or you plan on voting early, which starts on Thursday. So we are hot and heavy up on an election. I want to make sure that's on your radar. And if you somehow know to click in and look at me, but didn't know that board, put in your name, put in your birthday, you can look at your sample ballot so you'll know what's going to be on your ballot come next Tuesday, because depending on what county, what district you live in, there are several things that can be on your ballot. Some people only have the runoff. Some people have school board. Some people, there's different things. So make sure that you're educated when you show up at the ballot, either Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Tuesday. All righty. So those are some things. So as I think about the fact that the polls open in a week, I think about today being poll worker recruiting day. It's a lot. That's not a day that I was aware of, because we should always be recruiting folks to work at our polls. So before I talk too much about that, you know how I am. I like to bring on a subject matter expert. So Jana Harkins, who is the president of the Women's Federation and the head volunteer of the election board in Oklahoma County. I want to bring her on so she can, I called it the wrong title, I can tell, but I will bring her on so she can talk about it. Okay, tell me what your title is with the election board.
I do not have a title at the election board because I resigned a couple of months ago.
Oh, no.
I decided, but I still am a subject matter expert, I believe, when it comes to the voting process, just because I've been involved for so long, voting since I was 19 years old and very informed. But, the thing is that it is National Poll Worker Election Day. The Oklahoma State Election Board is calling it something else. They are putting things on their Facebook page about volunteer. I think they're calling it Volunteer Recruitment Day or something like that, but not by the national title. And but we know that, I know in Oklahoma County, and in conversations with you, I can safely say that Tulsa County, they're not very good at recruiting any time of the year. But you would think on National Voter Worker Recruitment Day that they would do something, but that's not happening. And I just would encourage people that have the time and the inclination to work at the polls, to go ahead and continue to contact their election board. Some you can actually volunteer or sign up online, whether you'll get a call or not. And I've had several people that have gone to work, and because they asked too many questions, they never called them back, so it's a sad situation that we're going to have to put on our list of things to do, but we have so much to do, especially electing all of these Democrats that we have, this exceptional class of Democrats that we have here in Oklahoma this election season. I'm not sure if Alicia is frozen.
I just got a text from her and she said, step in. So she must have had some technical difficulties. Hi,
yeah,
Jen.
I was like looking at her face as I was talking, and I thought, she's not cutting me off and she's not moving. So that must mean technical difficulties. But we were just talking about the National Voter Recruitment Worker Day, and I think we've exhausted that topic. So Um, Again, my focus, the focus of the Women's Federation, is to elect this phenomenal class of Democrats that we have on that will be on our ballot on November 8th. It's just, what I call the perfect storm. We have such an opportunity here and we cannot blow it. We have got to get people boots on the ground, dollars in the coffers. We have got to help these candidates get elected. And one of the things that the Women's Federation is doing is that on August the 27th, Saturday, August 27th, we will be having our Women's Equality Day event. We've had one every year since 2019 in some form or fashion because of COVID, of course. But this time we're going to meet in person. We're going to have a phenomenal rally. We've got over like 32 candidates that will be in attendance, including our gubernatorial candidate, Joy Hoffmeister. She will be attending the rally. We have excellent sponsors. We're still taking sponsorships. Alicia Andrews is one of our sponsors. And I'll always add Alicia Andrews, the person, is one of our sponsors. But Sally's List. We just added them as a sponsor, and the notice will be going out because what we try to support those who support us, including the candidates, and we update our Facebook page as much as we can, as often as we can, to say, hey, these are the people that are sponsoring, and these are the candidates that are going to take out of their door knocking time to come and rally with us. And it's going to be, just that. I say it's a political rally with air conditioning and bacon. That's all it is. And we're going to have a good time. And I'm trying to work in how we're going to do the electric slide, but I don't know. I don't know if we're there yet. So we may.
So thanks for powering through when I was having my technical difficulties. So every about 3 times a week, I give you guys the homework that you need to go out, find out where the candidate is going to be, and hear them speak in person. Get to know them. Ask them the question that is important respectfully. Ask them the question that's important to you. Well, Jana just said that there are going to be 30 candidates. Now, they're not all going to be on your ballot, but there are going to be 30 candidates. So there's a good chance there's somebody there who's going to be on your ballot. Be in the room where they are. Get to hear how they speak. Get to know who they are, because really the truth of the matter is the people on your ballot need not just be names. They need to be people. You need to have a good feel for who it is that you're voting for. They're going to be 30 plus, including Mary Brandon, who's watching right now. They're going to be 30 plus candidates in that room at that rally. And this is a good time to hear who they are. Now, it's a good time for that, but it's also an excellent opportunity to hear Senator George Young. If I hear that he's speaking and I have an opportunity to be there, that's a really good chance, because the senator is a wonderful speaker. Even though he's not emceeing, he's a rally conductor, but he will have the microphone, and you don't want to miss that.
Exactly.
So, Blake Aguirre, who is running for Senate District 22, which is Edmond, Piedmont, kind of in that area, he's going to be there as well. As I said, there are folks from all over the state, all over the ballot, who are going to be there. And so this is a very good opportunity for you to come. First, be around other Democrats, because sometimes being in Oklahoma, it's kind of tough. So it's an opportunity to be around other Democrats. It's an opportunity to be around candidates and learn who they are. Maybe it's an opportunity to join the Women's Federation if you haven't already.
If I could just say 2 quick things, Alicia.
Sure.
In addition to rallying for our candidates, we are going to honor 5 people with the National Federation of Democratic Women's True Blue Award. There will be one from each of our congressional districts. For CD1, it's Lisa Bennett. CD2, Ann Weaver. CD3, Nancy Presnell. 4 is Darla Dugan, and 5 is our own Debbie Hogue Downing here in Oklahoma City. And I will say that this is not an Oklahoma City event. This is a statewide event. This is our statewide federation. We've got tons of people coming over from Tulsa, from all of the congressional districts are going to be represented as far as the women, as far as the candidates. It will be a phenomenal time. So, as you know, phenomenal is my new great word because I'm so fired up about our candidates. I just can't, which is why I'm not on the election board, because I thought it's just too much to do for me to be tied up with the election board, especially with these Republicans wanting to have recounts that take forever and a day. And I just couldn't be tied up with that because we've got Democrats to elect.
So I want to say one more thing. I'm excited. I'm going to be there, but I want to say one more thing. When you talk about the recounts, which nothing changed with the recounts, particularly out of Oklahoma County, right? It was the same, right. And it's performative. But a good way to have a say into what is happening in our elections is to volunteer to work the elections. That is a good way so that when people are saying, well, it's rigged and blah, blah, you can say, no, I'm there all day.
Exactly.
I know that people are being heard, and it's a way to be involved. I will tell you, I worked elections for 10 years. And so it gave me a real good foundation for actually the quality, the integrity of elections in Oklahoma.
The same here. I cannot say how informative it was and how it actually made me feel better about the election process. But the thing that really makes me feel good today, Build Back Better, baby. The Inflation Reduction Act, the president signed it into law. And as a senior, I'm thinking about my drug costs going down, just healthcare in general, and that more people will be able to afford healthcare. And those rich cats are going to have to start paying a minimum 15% tax. I mean, being in my profession, that really makes me feel good. Of course, we'll have people contacting me wanting to help them figure out how to get out of paying that 15%, but I'm the wrong person for that. They need to pay their fair share, and the Democrats are delivering, and I'm just excited.
I am thrilled that we have the Inflation Reduction Act signed today. Like you said, negotiating prescription prices, making sure that everybody is paying their fair share in taxes. And we're actually addressing climate. Yes. All of those things are wonderful for our future. And Democrats deliver. And I have to emphasize that Democrats deliver because none of our 5 congressional members or our 2 senators, they all voted against it. So when you are enjoying, might be an exaggeration, but when you have the relief of your prescription prices coming more in line with what makes more sense to you, understand, thank a Democrat. Exactly. Thank a Democrat, because Democrats deliver.
And you know what I'm going to do? In 2024, Democrats are going to get that money that I'm going to be saving. That's how excited I am.
Well, that just excited me a whole lot. So as a reminder, today's a watermark day. We had the the president signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which is a big deal. And again, without the help of our congressional representation, but it still got signed. That is wonderful. And if you've ever considered working an election, and actually it's rewarding because you actually get to be a part of the process and help people, achieve their civic duty. Now's the time to sign up. Just go out to your county election board. They have a button. Click on that button. Someone will call you, hopefully sooner than later. They pay you for the training and they pay you for election day. Now, you're not going to get rich, but you are going to be a part of the process and they're not going to be taking advantage of you. So please sign up. And then after you click over there and sign up, go on over and buy your tickets to the Women's Equality Day True Blue Rally that's on August 27th. It is going to be held in Oklahoma City, but please don't think of it as an Oklahoma City event. It is a statewide event. They are honoring women who are doing good work all over the state. All righty, Jana, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope to see the rest of you in person on August 27th at this event. But in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow at 4:15 right here.
Thank you.